Kind of sucks when the worst person you know makes an indisputably good point, especially when that person is Steve Bannon, because he's been mad for quite a while about Elon Musk and same. So he said recently, Musk is a parasitic illegal immigrant. He wants to impose his freak experiments and play act as God without any respect for the country's histories, values, or traditions. And that is a line that Steve Bannon is not gonna cross. He's not interested in Elon Musk play acting as God without any respect for the country's histories, values, or traditions. He wants Donald Trump to play act as God without any respect for the country's history, values, or traditions. And he won't accept anything less. So he's actually mad about him. And in particular, he's mad about something that Elon Musk isn't doing that in theory I'd be down for. He says doggy is sitting there with the budget, but where the F are the doggy cuts? We are 30 days away from approving a budget for the entire year with $2 trillion already baked in and not one penny of anything that doggy found. It's ludicrous. I noticed there is a hesitancy to cross the Potomac and go to the Pentagon. I would like to see 100 billion taken off the 900 billion budget right now, which is really a trillion. So he wants the military budget to be cut. And I'm glad that he now supports that. He would have called Bernie Sanders a raging communist if he'd proposed that back in the day, but now he likes it, so that's good. And they're not doing that. They're not doing, maybe they will at some point. I don't rule it out. I mean, Elon Musk is in no way gonna hamper any of the billions of dollars he gets from the military, but he might be perfectly happy to see his competitors lose out on some contracts. I think his corruption could actually line up with our policy objectives there. But that said, it's all hypothetical. He's not doing any of that. He's not doing anything remotely on that scale. And we're gonna jump into the actual numbers later on the show. But no, he's going after transgender comic books for $20,000 or whatever. You think he's cutting $100 billion that goes to defense contractors? Get the hell out of here. But he does say it's pretty evident the president's using him as an armor-piercing shell that's delivering blunt force trauma against the administrative state. That's the sort of like fake Ivy League abstract language Steve Bannon uses to cloak the fact that he just doesn't want the government to function. So he's okay, I guess, in Elon Musk in that particular way. But in general, he's not a fan of him. He called him an evil person last month. And in return, Elon Musk has not been quite as fired up to talk about Steve Bannon, probably because he's busy getting into government systems and probably robbing us of all of our money. But he did say recently, Bannon is a great talker, but not a great doer. What did he get done this week? Nothing. And Elon Musk did get a lot more done. The government is way less capable of functioning than it was a week ago, and you gotta give Musk credit for that. Bannon had nothing to do with that. Sharon, what do you think?
Yeah, Musk is busy hanging out with he's like akin to a gamer. These young kids, the Bulls guy, that's his online profile, something like that. Steve Bannon, first of all, it takes one to know one. He's called an evil individual or something like that, and Steve Bannon would know. But I think Elon Musk doesn't want to engage with him because Steve Bannon is dark, devious, and he does have, sadly, I believe, a high IQ, and he uses it to be evil and devious and do things like steal border funds, to build a wall. There's not gonna be a wall, but he's gonna get millions of dollars. Listen, I love this fight between these two. I love it. Steve Bannon never wanted to be happy. He never wanted to be happy. And Elon Musk doesn't understand what happiness is or sharing or empathy or anything like that. So as far as I'm concerned, they should just keep going at it. There's some kind of Game of Thrones and just cancel each other out. Perhaps even people could have dinner theater over it, watch it. But you two, if you can engage each other and leave the rest of us out of it, that would be great. It'd be great.
Like medieval times, but with the two least physically capable men in history going at it.
We'll put a bull in there too.
By the way, can we put up that last tweet that we had where Elon Musk responded to Ian Miles Chong, where he's giving Elon Musk all this credit for what Doggy is doing? Why are you giving Elon Musk that credit? We were just told he's not in charge. In fact, we don't even get to know who's in charge. It's somebody, but it's not Elon Musk. Isn't that weird? It's almost like they're lying to us. Also, you brought up the big balls thing. See, he calls himself Big Balls because he's bold. He's not one of these soy boy beta cucks, okay? He's Big Balls. So Big Balls, why don't we see the balls? I mean, they're so big. You're so confident. You're so full of yourself. Let's see the balls. Let's see if you have the balls to actually go with the handle. I mean, you're not one of these soy boy leftists. You're a strong man, a bold man, an alpha man. And I know that because you spend all your time hanging out with Elon Musk. So let's see the balls. Hashtag show your balls. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.